Hey guys! So, I have been meaning to do another video for a few days now. And things have just been really crazy recently. Freya was ill for 10 days and then it was her birthday. Luckily she got better for her birthday again, and so we had a big party basically all weekend. Today it's Monday and I'm still really tired from all of the events over the past few weeks, which has kind of become clear when I sat down to do this video. But that doesn't matter, so I'm here and I thought I would take this opportunity while she naps to sit outside on the terrace, drink a lemonade and chat a little bit about what's been going on recently with baby number 2. So yeah, I am now in my 23rd week and that number feels pretty good because 23 weeks has just kind of been in my mind over the past 10 or 11 weeks maybe, because I knew that our second scan would be happening this week. So that's on Wednesday. And I'm so excited to see, first of all, to see our little baby again, because it's always different, isn't it? Even if you're feeling kicks already and things like that, it's always different to see the baby on the screen and just kind of see the little feet and hands and maybe even catch a glimpse of her face and that kind of thing. And obviously find out if it's a little boy or a little girl. And that is making me very nervous actually, just thinking about it, because I'm not nervous, but just excited and a little bit nervous, but super excited. And I'm also doing an organ screening thing, and I'm also taking part in a study. It's about premature births. So the whole scan procedure will actually take about 90 minutes because the doctor's going to do these extra tests on my cervix, where she takes a little suction tool and then tests its elasticity, I think. I can tell you about that another time anyway. It's not like I know very much about it at the moment anyway. So yeah, I'm in my 23rd week. Our baby's now the size of a coconut, which is one of the weeks I kind of love because like coconut. And he or she measures 27 centimeters. That is now head to heel, no longer crown to rump. The first time that measurement came up, I thought, how has the baby gotten so big? Like in 1 week, it's like doubled in length. Until I realised that the measurements have changed. You'd expect me to know that, it being my second baby, but no. And 400 kilo. That's how I feel. No, 400 grams. So that would be 10 inches and approximately somewhere between 12 and 20 ounces. I got it written down here. I don't know, like inches and ounces and pounds and stuff off by heart. In terms of weight, I actually, and don't hate me because it's not actually a good thing. I've been feeling rubbish and I've been yearning to just like eat and just sit down and relax, but I haven't been able to with Freya recently. So that means I haven't put on much weight. I'm still at the same. So I just got on the scales just now again. It's 62 kilos, but that's having eaten and drunk. It's like mid-afternoon now, so I'm still only 2 kilos plus my pre-pregnancy weight. But yeah, now is kind of around the time where I'll start putting on more weight, I reckon. But it's just really like I haven't been like watching what I eat. More on that later. But it's just running around after a little kiddie who's learning to walk, and then also working. I work 3 days a week and I'm on my feet all the time, teaching and prepping and that kind of thing. I don't actually have and we have a dog that needs walking. I don't lead a very sedentary lifestyle. But kind of with that, I've also been I've been feeling the amount of activity that I put my body through. But more on that later. So yeah, my uterus is kind of, I think it's just above my belly button now. It's maybe 2 or 3 centimeters above my belly button. And my tummy is definitely there now. So I'll show you, because I didn't show you in the last video. I'm obviously in a much better mood in this video as well. I'm more like happy to kind of show my tummy. In the last video I was feeling really, really rubbish. Which is also part of pregnancy, which is why I uploaded it. But this time around I'm happy to show my tummy. So you can see, I'm very close to the camera now. See if I can go back a little bit. There we go. So I'm around, yeah. It's hard to judge, I guess, if you don't kind of have any kind of comparison, I guess. But like, it's about like, let's say it's about my hand. You can see like about there. And it's still very, very much high up. And it's starting to get like a little bit more kind of how a pregnant tummy kind of feels, so a little bit kind of harder. And towards the bottom I still have a little bit of flab from my last pregnancy, so that feels a little bit flabby still. So it's not the same kind of tummy that I had with Freya. I can definitely feel that things are a little bit less firm, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, that's where we are. In terms of kind of the baby's development, I'm not going to go into it too much, but babies basically, I've been reading up a little bit more about kind of the different stages at the moment, or the different developmental steps that the baby's taking. Sorry, the neighbour's working on something. So the baby's starting to produce something called keratin, which basically contributes to the skin structure. So the baby's building an extra layer of skin. I think it's the top layer if I'm not mistaken, but I will look that up. And keratin also contributes to the growth of nails and the first signs of hair. So that's really exciting. I kind of feel like when the baby has nails and hair and eyelashes and that kind of thing, it's like, wow. Baby's hearing is actually really good now, so he or she can actually hear a lot of things that we're doing. So listening in on my YouTube videos, conversations that we have at home with friends, that kind of thing, any kind of outdoor noises, if Hattie our dog Hattie, if she barks, all those kind of things, music, and obviously then the sound kind of my heartbeat or digestion or that kind of thing. And the other day it was actually really an amazing experience. I was putting Freya to bed, and it was before one of her naps, and she was really, really overtired, and she was crying. And I was holding her, because now I don't breastfeed anymore, I just hold her until she falls asleep. We just cuddle, and it's just the best thing ever. It's a totally an awesome replacement of breastfeeding. So I'm so grateful for that. But she was crying, and I was just comforting her and singing, and then suddenly the baby starts moving and like starts kicking. And it was so amazing. It's like one of my first experiences of kind of my 2 babies. So that was really, really beautiful, really special. And that made me feel like a proper mother hen. And it was amazing. So yeah, as you can probably tell, my mood is definitely also better than it was a few weeks ago. I have way more energy. I'm way happier with life, even though it's been tough recently, not having Alex around. He's been working a lot. Things are getting back to normal now, but he was working a lot when Freya was ill. So I was doing everything on my own and thinking, I don't know how single moms do it, but it's tough. It was really tough. But nonetheless, I'm feeling way better. I have way more energy. I'm feeling way more positive about things. And I've kind of got this kind of get up and go energy at the moment, so I have so many ideas of things that I want to achieve and do and change, and those things kind of have to do with myself. So I have some ideas about some courses I want to do before the birth, and kind of build up kind of something alongside of being a mom. I'll do a YouTube video on that at some point. But also things that I kind of feel like I want to get done in the house, you know, that kind of nesting energy that a lot of women, I guess, have in their second trimester. So I definitely have a lot of that going on at the moment, and it's kind of keeping me afloat when I'm super tired as well, so that is a big help. I'm really enjoying having kind of quite uncomplicated skin and hair at the moment. I'm not used to that. I don't always have that. I particularly have I have combination skin, so I have dry skin and then kind of oily patches, particularly on the nose area and chin, and also tend to go kind of to get like reddish areas there as well. I'm still trying to find out if it has anything to do with certain products or food families. But at the moment, things are actually pretty uncomplicated. I have 0 breakouts at the moment. The only thing I have to be careful is dry skin. I tend to kind of wrinkle faster if I'm not careful and don't drink enough, which is something I didn't do at the weekend, so it's like taking its toll on my skin at the moment. But yeah, also my hair doesn't need washing as much as it does when I'm not pregnant, and it's got more volume. Like, it's really greasy today, obviously. But yeah, I'm enjoying those perks of pregnancy at the moment. I definitely have a bigger appetite at the moment. I kind of tend to snack a lot. I don't really eat proper meals unless it's kind of morning, lunch and evening. Okay, no, let's like talk about that again. Hang on. So I'll eat like a kind of breakfast with Freya, and sometimes I'll eat lunch, a little bit of lunch with her, or I'll eat, if I'm at work, then I'll eat proper lunch and then obviously supper. But I've realised recently that I also want or need to snack in between. I'm craving cheese and fruit at the moment, in particular nectarines, cherries, apricots, but only if they're really, really, really underripe. In general, fruit that's underripe, yum. Craving cheese and jam mixed up together on like bread. I'm craving olive oil. Olive oil on ice cream, something I've been wanting to try for a while. And big kind of crunchy salads full of like kind of good stuff. Feta cheese, that kind of thing. But I'm completely off, and still am completely off meat. I can't go near meat at the moment. Milk, but I think I talked about that in my last video anyway. So the whole meat thing, I have to be careful that I kind of make sure that I get enough protein and that I get enough iron, which I'm not very good at because I suck at cooking things like lentils. I have to find a few good lentil recipes. But yeah, at the moment I feel relatively healthy actually, so I must be getting what I need from the various foods that I actually am eating. So before I was talking about the fact that I haven't really put on that much weight yet, but saying that kind of the fact that I'm so active kind of also comes hand in hand with other things that are not very comfortable or very nice. I've been having a lot of round ligament pain, and also I've been having a lot of kind of hardenings, like my tummy will suddenly go really, really hard, and it kind of hurts as well, and it's quite far down, so it all kind of pulls together. I'm not sure if I am describing Braxton Hicks contractions here. If you have any comments obviously on that, like, let me know, but I'm not sure if it's a bit early for Braxton Hicks contractions, to be honest. I'm still trying to remember to take my magnesium. There are days where I do forget it. But it feels sometimes it feels like I have like a stitch, but all over my stomach. and at other moments it's just very much further down and just all goes kind of hard for a few seconds maybe, or like a minute or something. And that's like a little bit tiring because I'm obviously kind of on my feet all the time, bending down, picking up toys, cleaning up, that kind of thing, or kind of lifting Freya up and carrying her around, and it's not always the most comfortable kind of feeling. The other thing is, you might have noticed in this video already, I'm really out of breath the whole time, and it's really starting to get me down a little bit, because, hang on, here we go, because I feel like when I'm trying to talk, I'm going like trying to catch my breath all the time, and especially as I teach for a living, that's kind of a little bit of an annoyance, although it's easy to explain to kids why it's happening, but still it's just a little bit, just have to keep kind of catching my breath, and yeah, that's a bit annoying. So yeah, but the big thing that's kind of on my mind today and like the past few days, and also on my husband's as well, is just kind of like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen on Wednesday? Like, are we gonna find out it's like another little girl, and we're gonna be like, wow, 2 little girls, how amazing, so cute, they can share everything, they can share clothes, and maybe share toys, or maybe not. Maybe one of them will love train sets and the other will love dolls, or maybe they'll both have train sets. I don't know, but I kind of feel like if it was a little girl, I'd know exactly what's happening. Whereas kind of with a little boy, I would be a little bit more kind of, oh my goodness, what's happening, what's kind of in store, even though it really doesn't make very much difference. Hey guys, so in the middle of editing that video, I realized that my recording program had run out of memory. It never warned me, it never told me or anything like that. It just ran out of memory and deleted the end of my video. So, rookie mistake. But I guess that's it for kind of this week, and I'll get back onto the topics obviously soon. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and hit the little alarm bell as well, and if you fancy subscribing, that would also mean a ton to me. So thank you, and see you soon. Bye.